MacG said L-Tido's podcast. After watching the search trail, it's like, yo, TV, they never want to offend people. They want to get things right. I'm like, yeah, you're right. We don't want to offend people, bro. Why would we want to offend people? Let's address this. MacG, I saw you a couple months ago, bro. You walked up to me and told me, L-Tido, your podcast, this is so dope, bro. I love it. Keep going. So I'm thinking me and you are cool. I watch your podcast. You've mentioned our names like 4 to 5 times, and it's never in a good light when you mention our names. I'm like, this is the same guy that walked up to me and told me I'm doing good, my podcast is dope. I'm like, all right, I'm confused. I never said nothing.
Beef is a tale as old as time. The oldest being God versus the devil. But this might just be the first of many beefs in the South African podcast space. L-Tido should know better than most that these kind of things happen in the entertainment business. Yo TV, for those who don't know, is a popular South African show made for the youth, kind of like the Disney Channel shows. So by saying the podcast is like Yo TV, MacG is basically saying it's not really a serious space where uncensored conversations can be had. But let me know what you think in the comments. And make sure to stick to the end because I will reveal something nobody could have predicted later in the video. But for now, MacG's reaction to L-Tido's comments is the funniest thing you'll see today.
We're under attack, guys. We're under attack, guys. I've been waiting for you to mention it. Attack! Hey, we're under attack, Penduka. And you know, when I met him, I was with my mother. So that's the only reason I said nice things about his podcast.
No, I meant
I can't tell him the truth in front of my mother, you know. It's disrespectful.
So MacG is clearly not even taking L-Tido seriously. The guy doesn't give a shit, which is in character for MacG. He is known for being controversial sometimes. He said L-Tido's podcast was like Yo TV because that's just how he really felt about it. MacG does admit that he didn't say what he really thought about the podcast when they met because he didn't want to start beef and be rude in front of his mother. That was probably the correct thing to do. But I can see why L-Tido can feel some type of way. Saul, on the other hand, seems to be caught in the crossfire and wants nothing to do with this.
Let me deal with Saul too. I met Saul a couple weeks ago, like now, recently. He walked up to me and told me, L-Tido, you are doing well. Your podcast is dope. I'm like, it's all love there. But then you guys keep on taking jabs at our podcast.
Like, what did I do I sought L-Tido and I told him his show is he's doing well, his show's dope. And then Jiggy, he's saying, I showed him fake love. You're the one who's been dissing him and whatever and saying his show is Yo TV. Ask him, what problem does he have with me? What the fuck did I do?
It looks like Saul was caught in the crossfire here, and he was actually genuinely giving L-Tido props for his podcast. But L-Tido, on the other hand, feels threatened by the whole team, and reads Saul's genuine attempt to give him props as fake love. But part of me feels like Saul is playing dumb here, and actually being a little sarcastic in this next bit.
We're doing big business here. We work with big brands. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I'm not trying to scare the money away. I'm a businessman. Let me do what I do.
He's got a lot of brands.
Yeah, he's got big business, he said, right?
Yeah, he's a businessman.
Yeah, he's not up here to...
Yeah, he's not going to tarnish his brand, you know.
Yeah, he did say so. I mean, it's his thing. It's what he does. You know.
Come on, guys. He just wanted to bait us for views and stuff so we can talk about him. This is what he wants.
Oh, then that's fine, man. Guys, support the guy, man. You
support,
know?
guys.
Let him
There's
get to
honestly no hate.
No, I mean it.
They honestly love L-Tido. Like,
No, man,
it's really not that deep.
No, man, guys, come on, you know. I mean it, support him. Like, if his podcast grows, the industry grows, it's all good.
Yeah.
The whole podcasting industry grows.
Exactly.
Like, hence when I see him, I gave him a shout out. I saw Zinger. I gave him a shout out as well.
It's hard to tell how genuine Saul is considering MacG is laughing uncontrollably beside him. He is probably trying to be genuine, but the situation is also funny, so he just plays along a bit. MacG even accused L-Tido with basically using this opportunity to gain followers for the L-Tido podcast. But Saul maintained his stance on the fact that he has no beef with L-Tido and continues to distance himself from what MacG was saying. But nobody could have predicted what happened next.
She's the only person he listens to.
Oh.
Who's this now?
Baby mom.
How do you get L-Tido's number?
Hey, don't worry. Don't ask things you don't want to know, Chief. Hey, Stando Sam.
Oh, my word.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, and you, Stando Sam? You got a pen and paper?
Yes.
Yes. Tell him he's getting too excited. He must stay in his lane. He's the Temu
I
of
know.
podcasting. Please let him know
Okay.
that people do not watch his podcast because of him. It's because of his guests, not him.
Okay, so there is a lot to unpack here. MacG has L-Tido's baby mama's number, and he just casually calls her Standwa Sam, then proceeds to give her instructions, like get a pen and paper so I can basically shit on L-Tido on the podcast. This is low-key some diabolical shit. But I guess this means MacG is definitely not backing down from the beef. Let me know whose beef you would like me to cover next.
But you could see he was very angry. He even had the lisp came back.
I didn't know he had a list.
Kanye enters the ring. Ghost Lane enters the ring. Ging, ding, ding, ding.
He's got a list. And he's gonna fuck with us.